everyone. I'm your host, Heather Dawson, and welcome to Coast to Coast. Let's start off our show with a beautiful trip to Carmel, Monterey. Moving on to our Spotlight segment, this week we shine the light on Monterey, not only one of the most scenic getaways on California's coastline, but steeped in history as well.
From California here, we're on the Central Coast, which is a convenient drive. We're about 5 hours north of Los Angeles, 2 hours south of San Francisco.
The Central Coast sports one of the most magnificent views on California's roadways. The winding Highway 1, hundreds of feet above the Pacific Ocean, is the gateway to Monterey. But our trip is based on pleasure, and lucky us, it's just a few minutes from the Monterey Bay Aquarium and other top area attraction.
So at the Monterey Bay Aquarium, it's an exciting time for us because we are going into our 40th anniversary this year. In those 40 years, we've been able to connect millions and millions of visitors with our mission of inspiring conservation of the ocean. And the unique thing about us is our location. We are right on the Monterey Bay, right on the water. And so what's in the aquarium is actually right here in our backyard. I was lucky enough to grow up here in this area, and it's really that there is something for everybody. So whether you're a nature lover and you want to spend some time out on some kayaks or a stand-up paddleboard, you could rent that here in the area.
So super easy to get here, and centrally located, makes for a great road trip. Summer and fall are beautiful here in Monterey County. But of course, just like all of California, it's never a bad time to be in Monterey County.
Come visit Monterey County right now or any time of year, and you could go to cmonterey.com to find your way here.
Whether you're of the business clientele or here for fun and relaxation, the Monterey Bay area may be just the stop for your next California road trip. In Monterey, I'm Tom Jordan.
If you ever wanted a career in acting or just something on camera, stay tuned. We talk to an expert in the world of casting. After a career helping actors fulfill their dreams, Michelle Danner has also found ways to fulfill her own. Here's Julia Lund with more.
Hello, I'm Julia Lund with Coast to Coast TV, and I'm here with Michelle Danner, longtime acting coach, producer, director, and actress. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, of course. In your upcoming film, The Italians, that you not only directed and produced, but also act in, is a comedy about an Italian-American family. Can you tell me a little bit about the film?
Yes, so the son of an Italian-American family brings home his girlfriend that he's been dating for 9 months without telling his parents. And it turns out to be the worst nightmare for the matriarch, the mother, because this girlfriend has already been married. She's divorced. She's not religious. She doesn't go to church. She doesn't want children. She doesn't like her cooking. It becomes a horror show.
The eggplant looks absolutely delicious.
What about the meatball?
Oh, I don't eat meat.
You don't? This wonderful cast comprised of Matthew Daddario, who plays my son, Rob Estes, who plays my husband, David DeLuise, who plays my brother, Lainey Kazan, who plays my mother, Abigail Breslin, who plays the girlfriend, Perry Reeves, who plays my best friend, Olivia Lucardi, I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, to come and to be part of this Italian family to tell this story.
And you've mentioned before that Angelina is, quote, a composite of your sister, mother, and grandmother. Can you share some specific traits or experiences that informed her character?
Yes, for instance, when I read the script and there were the dinner scenes, and in my family, I could never bring a boyfriend home to dinner because you never exactly knew when the spaghetti was going to fly, but you knew it was going to. You know, what really drew me to what the story was about is that people could just relate to the craziness in families. So I could relate, but what is at the core of my family and why at the end of the day it always works is because there is so much love. So there's insanity and then there's lots of love. And so I understood that from experience and wanted to bring that to life.
So what do you hope is the main takeaway audiences will have after watching The Italians?
They just want to go hug their families and spend time with their families and have a great meal with them.
The Italians will be released on Amazon, Google, iTunes, and
Exclu-
Apple on April 11th.
exclusively on Amazon, April 11th, and
Okay,
then followed shortly on the other platforms, like you mentioned, Apple and Google and Voodoo, etc.
right. So exclusively on Amazon, April 11th. Well, I know that our audiences are looking forward to watching this film, and I'm definitely looking forward to watching this film.
Thank you. Yes, support independent filmmaking because
Yes.
that's what it's all about.
April is Financial Literacy Month, and with today's economic challenges, understanding your finances is more important than ever. Tonight, Lisa Spalla joins us to share free tools and resources to help you take control of your financial future.
Thanks, Heather. April is Financial Literacy Month, which is the perfect time to explore new tools and resources to help you reach your goals faster. Joining us here today is Adam Davis from Capital One, who's here to share some tips for improving your financial education as you work towards your goals. Welcome, Adam.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. The first question is, why is financial literacy so important?
Financial literacy can seem complicated or overwhelming, especially when you take concepts like budgeting or improving your credit score and try to apply those to real-world situations. Financial literacy is important because it's the key to making sure you have the confidence and feel control over your money. And at Capital One, we believe everyone deserves to have confidence in their money, and building these habits and understanding these financial concepts is a way to make that a reality. You want to find the right tools and resources. You can check with your bank to see what resources they might have. At Capital One, you can join us on April 30th at one of our cafes for Financial Literacy Day, where we will have free financial literacy workshops, and you can get a free handcrafted beverage if you set a financial literacy goal and share it with one of our cafe ambassadors. The more you can learn early, the more it's going to set you up for success.
And as parents, when do you start teaching your children about finances and stuff like that?
It is never too early to start talking to your kids about money. Even simple conversations when they receive money about whether they should spend it or save it and why can be super helpful. For teens, it can be beneficial to get hands-on experience through tools like Capital One's Money Teen checking account. This account provides real-time spending alerts to both teens and parents through the Capital One mobile app, and it creates a level of accountability with the teens around how they're spending their money and budgeting. Capital One's Money and Life program, which is available to everyone, whether you're a Capital One customer or not, has either free online exercises or in-person mentoring sessions that can help you think about your values, what's important with your money, and set the right goals. Capital One also has a partnership with Khan Academy for self-directed virtual courses on a variety of financial literacy topics. We also have a lot of resources to help you understand scams, both how to recognize them and how to be prevented from being taken advantage of them, which is becoming increasingly important. For more information, you can visit CapitalOne.com/financialhub.
Thanks, Adam, so much for Financial Literacy Month. And I'm Lisa Spalla. Back to you in the studio.
Stay with us. We are going to take you to a car auction that you don't want to miss. Plus all the golf in Palm Springs as well as Phoenix. A new FDA-approved treatment is giving hope to patients with aggressive lung cancer. Experts say a team-based approach is key to better outcomes. Tonight, we hear from Dr. Martin on how coordinated care is making a difference.
When a doctor delivers a diagnosis of small cell lung cancer, it's often accompanied by serious concern. One specific type, limited stage small cell lung cancer, or LS-SCLC, is a form of the disease that typically stays in one lung or one side of the chest. Long-term survival rates remain low, with no more than 30% of patients living beyond 5 years. And even after initial treatment like chemotherapy, the cancer frequently returns.
It's a very aggressive subtype with a very high probability of disease recurrence after initial treatment and spread to other parts of the body. Very, very challenging to treat. So we're excited to have these new options.
Dr. Dietrich stresses that as exciting as new treatments may be, it's just as important that the entire care team is aware of them. That's why collaboration among oncologists, pulmonologists, surgeons, and nurses is key. It takes a coordinated approach to navigate such a complex disease.
Parkinson's disease affects nearly 1 million Americans, with 90,000 new cases each year. But diagnosing it isn't always straightforward. Tonight, our experts break down the early signs you need to know.
Welcome back to Coast. I'm Lisa Spalla. April is when we recognize Parkinson's Awareness Month and World Parkinson's Day. Joining us here today is Dr. Kathleen Blake, who is living with the disease, and John Lear, President and CEO of Parkinson's Foundation. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John, can you first share what is Parkinson's disease and what is the most important thing you can tell us about it?
Sure. So Parkinson's is a progressive degenerative neurological disease, primarily focused in the brain. It affects 1 million Americans, and 90,000 individuals are going to be newly diagnosed with Parkinson's this year. Parkinson's is characterized as a movement disorder because the initial symptoms like a resting tremor, difficulty standing or walking or transitioning from place to place are among the first symptoms.
Got it. Kathy, can you share how to manage the symptoms?
Sure. So as soon as someone is diagnosed with Parkinson's, the next step should be a prescription for the best medicine, which is actually exercise. And why is that? It's because exercise is the one strategy that can actually slow down the progression of the disease. So in the absence of a cure, we recommend exercise to have the best life possible for as long as possible. People ask me all the time, what kind of exercise? Well, really, it's the exercise that you will do, that you'll look forward to, that you will enjoy. So for one person, it might be the stationary bike. For someone else, it will be a boxing gym. For the next person, it might be ballroom dancing. But whatever it is, do it consistently. And then on top of that, to kind of smooth out the symptoms, many of us are on medication. And so it's that combination approach that works best.
And John, what kind of resources are available? I know there's a lot out there, but can you share that with us?
Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of resources out there, but for evidence-based, peer review, accurate information, I recommend that people go to the Parkinson's Foundation website, which is parkinson.org. That's parkinson.org. Or if you want to talk to somebody live, we have a helpline, which is 1-800-4PD-INFO. That's 800-4PD-INFO.
Thank you, John and Kathy. And for Coast to Coast, I'm Lisa Spalla.
If you make your way to Signal Hill, you have to check out Naga.
Naga Café is a Cambodian street food. We've been open since 2019. I opened Naga so I could share with the community what I grew up eating. Our most popular dish is our beef skewer plate. It comes with a papaya salad and a side of rice, the phnumpay noodles, and house porridge on a cold day.
I like coming to Naga Cafe, and my favorite dish is the kwaku sandwich.
Our beef skewer sandwich have our papaya and carrot pickle. It comes with some cilantro, jalapenos, our house spread. We also offer our Asian coffee and our Thai iced tea. We are proud to be part of city business community. We located at 3225 East Pacific Coast Highway in Signal Hill. Follow us on Instagram at Naga Cafe Khmer Street Food. I'd like to congratulate City of Signal Hill on the 100 years anniversary.
Time now to feel the power of music like never before. Here's more on the hum.
The hum is a full body listening experience. Basically, we sit in this beautiful tuning machine, so I like to call it. We incline it in zero gravity. We put headphones on, an eye mask on, and all you have to do is to surrender for the next 5.5 minutes, and you receive frequencies of sound and music through your entire body. We have basically 28 different haptic devices that are positioned between the neck to the feet, and they transfer all the information, all those beautiful frequencies and sound that you can hear through the body. Now, what that does, it helps us to relax, to reset, to recharge, puts a smile on our face, that's for sure. And mostly, it really brings us into this concept where sound is so much more than what we hear. So we're kind of breaking the mold here, wanting to give people a little 5 minutes of reset, a reconnection with themselves as they connect with the frequencies of sound beyond hearing. This is the absolute first version that has been launched right here at the New York Casino, but not only here, but worldwide. We've been working on this project for more than 2.5 years. We have an amazing prototype here. Our goal and mission, first and foremost, was to bring this in a very unique, so I like to almost say chaotic space, where there's a lot of movement, a lot of traffic, where people have a lot to do. This first track that we had the opportunity of creating was made with the help of John Lario, Mobius 8, as well as Snow Raven, who is an absolute phenomenal artist, raised in Siberia in a shamanic container. And she uses her voice not only to connect us with natures, but for some of you who have done it or will do it, you get to hear at one point this amazing part in the track where we hear all those sounds of animals, and this is all done by her. So she studied and is literally an interpret that can connect with nature through her voice and through those different frequencies that she was raised with and thought of mimicking.
Oh my gosh, the experience was unbelievable. I didn't know what to expect, and I felt completely immersed in this whole experience. I loved the way the vibrations went up and down my body, and the music just took me to a place that I didn't even think about. Like, my imagination just started going, and I felt like I was someplace else, not in this hotel. It took me to just a beautiful place of feeling calm, relaxing, but also energizing. And one of the things that was so interesting about it was that I thought I would just get to feel very relaxed and just go to sleep and just come out like, oh yeah. But no, I felt so much energy. Like, I feel like my entire body is still tingling after it. And it's just fantastic. So I would say, if you're looking for a rejuvenation or recharging of your body, this is the way to do it. Oh, and the guided meditation. Unbelievable. Love it.
It's known as the People's Open, or the greatest show on grass. Here's J.R. Ibarra to take us to the Phoenix Open.
It's become one of the most popular events on the PGA Tour. The WM Phoenix Open has once again held another great tournament at its home in Scottsdale, Arizona. And with a draw of fantastic weather, along with a great backdrop of the southwestern desert, tens of thousands flock to this event to take in a tournament that is not just a favorite of fans, but also gets the attention of many top-named PGA players.
From Scottsdale, Arizona, this is J.R. Ibarra for Coast to Coast.
And that'll do it for this week of Coast to Coast. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok and all your social media on our link tree. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.